Sir, actually, I wasn't able to attend the whole meeting yesterday.
Okay. See, the purpose of conducting this class is to teach you drafting of PIL. So for the PIL, I have chosen the topic Citizenship Amendment Act. So that's why I had given task to all of you to go through CA and prepare an argument from the plaintiff side as well as from the respondent side, so that you would be having sufficient knowledge, and those knowledge would be utilized while preparing a draft. That is only the motive of this assignment, this class too. So, um, so we'll start. I hope, Astha Shri. So, since you are joining for the first time, yesterday we had conducted a class, and also there was a video recording. So it will be uploaded today, and I'll send you the link. You can go through the link and find out what was actually there in the first class, and also learn about the CA specs. The more you would be
Okay, sir.
having knowledge about citizenship amendments, the more easy will be for you to prepare draft for PIL. Okay,
Okay, sir.
and even since it is your first class, and did you get the brief about your assignments?
Yes, sir.
So it means you are allotted six topics and you are working on that, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay. Mahati, are you prepared?
So the thing is, yesterday, like the last half an hour, I got disconnected. So I heard everything until when you said that you would divide us into respondents and petitioners. But after that, I think I lost connection.
Mhm. No issue.
Yeah, up to CA and like everything you discussed till then and its importance relating to PILs, I heard everything up till then.
Okay, okay. Okay, so I hope Soham, Kush, and Disha is prepared, and she will try to present whatever she know and the Kush Prohit knows about, and all of you other than these three students may listen carefully, and I will share yesterday's meeting video so that you can go through what was actually there in CA. I had briefed some of the relevant dates and how the sections and the laws were amended, and how directives of the ministry were executed at that time. So those are the things in the first class. So we'll start with from the plaintiff side. Disha, uh, see how you have to present is, as you know about CA, a basic thing. So try to elaborate that why these amendments are against the particular religion, and further why it is violating articles of the constitution, and also mention about the which section of the Citizenship Amendment Act is a violative principle of Article 14, 15. Okay.
Hello, sir. I wasn't able to do that much detail because like we just got to know that which team we were in. But I have made like a few points, so I hope
One
like
second,
you
please.
if like
I'm just getting low voice, so let me increase the sound.
hello sir, audible?
Yes, please repeat.
Yeah, so because like we just got to know that which team we were in, so I wasn't able to do that much in-depth, research about my side.
Anything
So
you
I
know, please brief so that I'll cooperate.
Yeah, okay. So in short, like the CAA of 2019, it says that it aims to provide Indian citizenship to six persecuted minorities, which includes Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, Parsis, and Christians from Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Pakistan that have entered the country before 31st December 2014. So the thing is, there are a few issues with this amendment, and one of the first issues is that it does not take into consideration other religious minorities uh, Muslims, and it is a little bit concerning because first of all we are a secular country, and even though it was, it is a little bit of a debated topic that it was added by the 42nd amendment. If you look at articles 14 and 15, we have talked about equality for all religions, irrespective of, irrespective of which religion we follow. So the thing is, first of all, it does not include Muslims and Jews, and that is a very big concern. And also, like one big argument that is put by the supporters of CAA is that Muslims are not persecuted in the countries that are mentioned, the three countries that are mentioned in the act. However, if you look at the Ahmadiyas and the Shias, and the way that they are treated in Pakistan, you will see that this argument does not hold. Ahmadiyas are not even allowed to be called as Muslims, and they are not allowed to preach their religion. Secondly, other countries are not mentioned in this act, like Sri Lanka and Rohingya Muslims that are in Myanmar. So Sri Lanka also went through a very big crisis, with the LTT and all. And why are persecuted minorities from there not allowed? Like there are persecuted minorities that belong from the Hindu religion there as well. So why are they not being allowed to enter the country and given citizenship? Thirdly, why is the cutoff date 31st December? Like after that, there's still a persecution. So why does it end at 31st December 2014? It clearly states that, like if you compare this, if you add on to this amendment with the NRC, then it will, which the government has said that it wants to implement, it will, create problem. It will be problematic in the sense that it can exclude Muslims of India from getting citizenship. Second, and another thing is that what about non-religious minorities? Like what about people who are persecuted on the basis of gender, political views, linguistic and ethnic basis? Are their lives not, as important as the ones that are persecuted on the basis of religion? So yeah, these are some of the points that I had made, and yeah.
Okay, very good. Good presentation. And for the counter of this argument, I would like to invite. Uh, okay, Kush,
Yes, sir.
please respond to
So,
this for the.
so firstly, I would like to clarify that she mentioned that people from other religious communities are not allowed to enter and they are not granted citizenship. Firstly, that is false. If you go in detail of CA 2019, what it amends is Citizenship Act of 1955 gives a definition of illegal immigrant. That is, illegal immigrant is a foreigner who enters the country without valid travel documents and stays beyond the permitted time period. So, if you go by the amendment which it brought to this clause, is that it adds a proviso to this clause. It says that the people from Hindu, Sikh, Buddhist, Jain, Parsis, and Christians from Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Bangladesh will not be regarded as illegal immigrants, even if they stay beyond the time period for which they are permitted, or even if they don't have any documents. So it does not say that people from other religious communities cannot enter. It just says that they that people from these religious communities will not be regarded as illegal immigrants, although the people from other religious communities will be regarded as immigrants. Secondly, it says that Citizenship Act of 1955 says that the process through which citizenship is granted through naturalization will pertain to the time period that the illegal immigrant should have stayed in India for 11 years. But for these communities, the Citizenship Amendment Act says that the time period will be 5 years. Although the other religious communities can still apply, but the time period will remain 11 years. So the
Okay,
basis for it is that
let me interrupt. So my
yes,
question arises:
yes, sir.
why is such kind of discrimination? For other
Yes, sir.
people, they are 11 years. For those who are 6.
Yes, sir. Just I was coming to that only.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem which you regarded as is that it is discriminatory against a particular community, religious community like Muslims. I would say that the law is a policy matter that relates to the government, and the government has made this on the basis of the religious persecution in these countries that were within the undivided India, and Afghanistan was not there. But Afghanistan, many people from Afghanistan were to and fro from undivided India. That's why Afghanistan is included in this. And in those countries, minority is like religious minority is not Muslims, but these communities. That's why they are given these rights. And if you go by Article 15 and all that the people cannot be discriminated on the basis of this, it also provides a proviso to that the government can take affirmative action to protect the discrimination against particular communities, and that's why the reservation has come into place. And if you see that these minority communities are prosecuted in their country, so if they are bringing in a proviso to protect them, and that too through a policy matter of the government, then what's wrong in that? Secondly, these states are Islamic states, all these states, and there is no question of Muslim persecution in that states. And that's all I want to say right now.
Okay, so Disha, do you have any question?
I just want to counter a point.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, these countries are Islamic states, but there is definitely like prosecutions against Muslim like the Shias and Ahmadiyas who are part of the Muslim communities, yet they still are facing prosecution. And again, like if you're going to focus on religious minorities who are being prosecuted, why are you not involving Muslims in that? Like that is the main point. Like why are you just adding a few communities and not just not Muslims as well? If your main focus is on religious prosecution, you should also add this community as well, who is clearly facing prosecution there as well.
I would like to say that we have, as a country, some limitations to us, that we have limited resources we have in our country, and we want to firstly focus on more communities that are more like the ones that are like uh, जिनके साथ होने के लिए ज्यादा chances है in a Muslim country, chances of prosecution for these minorities are more. And secondly, you raised a question about, I just remembered that why 31st December and not after that. The second point I mentioned this made the time period through naturalization from 11 years to 5 years, and when it was implemented it was 2019. That's why the date 31st December 2014 was decided. And after that, even if you have completed 5 years in 2021 or 2024, you can still apply, but the date that was given in the act was due to that 11 and 5 years perspective.
So let me clarify first of all, is if we talk about Ahmadiyya Muslims, they are the form of Muslims, but they are not considered as the practicing Muslims and the follower of Islam, because the Islamic system is in such a way that everyone should have to follow the last prophet words and everything that is related to the last prophet. But in case of Ahmadiyya Muslim, they have their own proclaimed prophet other than the Prophet Muhammad. Ahmadiyya Muslim follow their own prophet. So that is why Muslims doesn't consider them as the part of the Islam, or the Ahmadiyyas are the real Muslims. So since they are in minority in Pakistan, maybe 2 or 3 lakhs something, and they are being persecuted, they are deprived even from their rights, and everything is sustained by them, having their own entity in the Pakistan, but still they are being persecuted. And in regard to the six communities which are categorized under the CA, so the question arises, not even Ahmadiyya Muslims, as Disha quoted about the Shia Muslims. Even if we talk about some part, the Chinese communities, even in China, there are some persecuted minority other than the Muslims. The other communities are also being persecuted even in China. Even if we talk about Sri Lanka, there are some communities, they migrate to Tamil Nadu just because they are being persecuted. They are deprived of their rights. So that if we look upon the various neighboring countries, we'll find not only six but multiple religious communities are there and they are being persecuted. So selectively deciding about the six communities and giving the priority and giving them every kind of facility, and there you are accepting, you are replacing Muslims in such a way that it violates article 14, article 15. So these kinds of thing, and on that basis we have to counter. If we talk about, yes, Disha, please.
Another point I wanted to actually mention. So Kush mentioned about how Afghanistan is, a part of this amendment because there was a lot of to and fro from there. But the thing is, so was from Sri Lanka, so is from Nepal. So again, like that argument also does not hold.
Okay.
So just wanted to add that point as well.
Mhm. Okay, so there Soham will counter. So
Sorry, sir, exactly what?
yes, Soham, please, if you could counter any of the points or you would like to add.
Sir, actually, until now, I did not know which side I was on. I just got to know checking the group that I'm on the respondent side,
Yes,
and the
from the
some arguments were,
even
yeah.
yes, from the respondent side, you have to counter any of the point if you have listened to Disha, or still if you don't know how petitioner have raised their issues, you can respond to us directly.
No, I heard what the points Disha made, and I think the counters which the other party made, that is Kush made, was
You put
were
your
very apt.
argument, please.
Okay, I think historical injustices to Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, and the other communities that were mentioned in the said areas, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Pakistan, they faced persecution, and the act basically sought to offer refuge and relief to them. And while I also agree to Disha's point that yes, it could be seen discriminatory in nature because it was a direct violation of Article 14 and 15, and basically it was the term that illegal migrants that was added from 87, and Muslims faced a lot of challenges because of this, because other religion migrants were called as legal migrants. Other than that, I could not get much time to develop my take on it. I
Mm-hmm.
surely would request a little more time, and I'll present my formal view on it.
Okay, Mahati, are you prepared?
So I think even I will need some more time on it.
Mm-hmm. Some more time, maybe tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Also, are the calls every day going to be this late?
Yes. Any issue? See, what we are planning is, since only limited time period is allotted, or even you as a law student, you would be having June months only, and similarly, I am limited to the classes as I have lots of works even. So I have planned accordingly that first week would be for the PIL, and second week would be for the any criminal petition or the service matter petition. Third is for the recovery matters, and fourthly that will be related to any writ petition, other writ petitions. So that's how I have planned, and if you would be there regular basis, then only we can accomplish all these kinds of plans. Okay.
Okay, so I will be ready for 10:30 tomorrow.
Yes, see, in regard to the time, I what I prefer is, if see, since there's a vacation now, and maybe or may not be will be holding any meeting after 10:30 or around 10 o'clock. Most of the time, I may announce meeting timing around 7:30 or 7 o'clock. So it depends on the day. I'll acknowledge you accordingly. Okay.
Okay, so thank you so much.
Before,
And are we working on Saturday, Sunday as well, or is the next call going to be on Monday?
I will work on Saturday, Sunday too.
Okay, so tomorrow 10:30, right?
Yeah, time is not sure, but I will inform in the group time, but day is sure.
Okay, so thank you so much.
Okay, so here Mahati is not prepared, and Soham is somewhat agreed, but Soham seeks some time. And uh, Tavishi, do you need time?
Yes, sir.
No. So can you put your any arguments on your behalf?
No, sir, I need the time.
So have it tomorrow, because I may not extend some more time, as we have to complete within a week. Okay. And so Soham, Disha, and Kush, I hope all of you would be having a basic knowledge about it. And tomorrow we'll start with the drafting, but before that, let me tell you some more things, some more insights about it. uh, if we talk about removing illegal migrant, so as earlier there was a proper definition about the illegal migrants. So who are those illegal migrants? Those who are residing in India, those who have migrated from these neighbor country to India. They were non or not from these, but also all the other countries. If they migrate to India, any person, they will be considered as the legal migrant. So for the legalization, they should any of the citizen, any of the individual residing nearby the border or in India anywhere, if they have documents to prove their citizenship, they will not be fall under this legal migrant. They will not be considered as the even legal or illegal migrant. They are the citizen of India. So these are documents to prove. But if we talk about removing illegal migrant word and legalizing these people, these six category community from these neighbor countries, so that means any person who come with the bad intention, and they know that they don't need to prove documents, they can simply apply for the citizenship, they will be granted various privileges. But suppose if they have bad intention, but for them it's ticket for them to come to India and do whatever they want. So somewhere it is a threat to the country as well. It is a threat to this security system of this country. That is the first argument that could also be put. Second is uh, about the, if we relate to the NRC too in this. So what happen is, those who are the migrant, and suppose one day the inspection takes place, and everyone has to produce their documents, whether they are the citizens of India or whether they are the legal or illegal migrants. So all those person has to provide their documents. In that case, who is inspecting the document? That is the first question. Second is, and what happens if they don't have documents? So for that, government has prepared plan that through the through the acts. It is mentioned under article 8, under section 18 of the CA, that if anybody is required to produce their documents, if they don't have documents, or the document is uh, unauthenticated, or declared as false or fabricated, then every time they produce document they will be imposed fine. Okay, so the imposition of fine is there if they provide wrong documents. Second thing is who inspecting. So the lower level of authority, like if we talk about district level, or if we talk about taluka level, there is a registrar and their companions. So the registrar is authorized to inspect the documents and prove their citizenship. I mean, whether they are the citizenship or not, whether they are the legal migrant or illegal migrant. The verification and authentication of their citizenship is lies under the registrar of the taluka or district. So it's not about just a birth certificate. For the birth certificate presently, if anyone has to get the birth certificate, even if they provide false documents anywhere in this India, most of the people get their birth certificate. It is not inspected in such a way that to prove one whether the person belongs or born to this state or city or not. They are simply granted their birth certificate. So the birth certificate is granted by the the area wise. There is a DM, there is a registrar, there is a sub registrar. That's how the people are given authority and power to grant such kinds of documents at the village level, city level, district level. Similarly, for the citizenship, they are given such power by the government. So, citizenship is not a simply the thing which can be brought under their table. Citizenship is a big thing if we talk about in that sense, that if one is not approved, or if one is not authenticated for their citizenship, they may be expelled, they may be sent back to the uh, jail, or this or the center where the people are mostly put behind the bar, just because they are the illegal migrant. And who are declaring them as the illegal migrant, who are declaring them as they are the not citizen? Those people who are as a registrar or the lower level of officers. So the question is that there should be the first thing, this is not the justified the process for those are claiming their citizenship. And it should be uh, in the general opinion, it should be the quasi judicial. Means anyone who is disapproved, there should be judiciary to inspect, to judge, to declare them whether they are the real citizen or not. So the judiciary should involve in such process. So that is the second argument that we can put. Okay, and thirdly, empowering them to impose fine while if they are unable to provide documents, if they have failed to produce any such document which is required by the authority, then they would be imposed fine. So the imposition of fine is also not justified. It is a work of the judiciary to impose fine, penalty, and also uh, you know to give another kind of punishment. So the judiciary must involve in this. And there are the various kinds of argument that could be put forward. For that you need to inspect in yourself what more points you can add from your end. Okay, so uh, go through the documents, go through the other kinds of directives. Today I'll share in the group about 4 to 5 directives of the ministry, and further some of the acts sections that you have to go through. And then from tomorrow we'll start our first summary of the some a brief summary of the petition. First of all, we'll start with the brief summary of the petition. Then we'll start with the exact fact of the matter. Okay, that's how we'll work. So today,
Okay, sir.
if any of you have any question, you can ask. No question? Okay. In regard to your assignments, since 6 topics are there, any of you have completed any topic yet?
Yes, sir, I've completed two of them.
Disha,
I am almost done with the first one. So yeah.
Kush,
So I've done the first one.
Soham,
Submitted the first one, sir.
Tavishi.
Sir, I've done the first one.
Always remember, once you submit for the review, check back later whether those are reviewed or not. If it is reviewed and raised errors, you have to rectify those errors. Okay. And tomorrow we'll start the class related to the drafting. So we'll start first with the summary of the fact one by one. So better you go through, whoever haven't gone through any of the documents yet. I'll share some of the points in the group to go through the, and then find out what exactly executive orders of the ministry, and also what those sections are which are the violative of articles. Okay. Thank you so much for today, and we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.